there, Andy here at Board Game Barrister, our local game shop in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and it is once again Tuesday, which means it's time for our Tuesday game table. We've got the whole gang here today. I'm here with my fellow barristers, Elizabeth, Gordon, Ian, and Glenn, and today we are playing Wavelength, a game where we're going to attempt to read one another's minds. You'll find out how in just a sec. Welcome to Wavelength, the game where we're going to be giving clues to our fellow players to try to guide them to a target area on this spectrum dial. Each round of the game, one player will be the clue giver who's going to spin the dial around randomly and then look at where their target area has landed. Now that they've got a target area, they're going to look at their clue card for this round that's going to give them two concepts. This one is easy to spell to hard to spell. So they have to come up with a concept that, on the spectrum of easy to spell to hard to spell, falls right into this range. Their target range leans way further toward the easy to spell area this time, so maybe they'd come up with a clue something like the word trumpet. Now they'll close the screen to hide their target area, spin around the dial so the other players can see, and give their clue. Now the other players will talk amongst themselves to guess where on the spectrum the word trumpet would fall, and then we'll reveal the target area to see how many points they score, if any. Now there are two main ways to play this game. The first is competitively in two teams, where we'll split everyone up and then have clue givers giving clues to just their team. This adds some extra fun in that the opposing team can try to add some banter and throw the guessing team off course. They can also use this little marker to indicate whether they thought the guessing team should have guessed further to the left or right, and they can score extra points even when it's not their team's turn. But we'll be playing cooperative mode today, which means we're all on the same side and we're all guessing at every clue, and we've got 7 cards to score as many points as we can. Guessing that perfect center of the target will only score us 3 points now, but we also get to add an extra card to our stack every time we do. Okay, we are ready to get started. We're going to first try to read Ian's mind, but before we do, remember to hit those like and subscribe buttons so you can see all of our Tuesday game tables and our other videos when we post them. All right.
Wavelength. All right. Make sure you reset the thing. My category, categories, is on a scale of movie to film.
Jason Momoa.
Movie to film? Movie to film.
I don't know, I don't think that's really a level of pretentiousness.
Yeah. Okay, nobody look at Ian.
Yeah, totally look at Ian. Movie to film.
But you can see where people's eyes are.
Well,
That
we can
seems
look
ingenuine.
where Ian's eyes are going.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
We're only going to get one.
Directed by Michael Bay.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like we can push it
That's
all
pretty
the way
close
to
to
movie. How do we feel?
That's way over the movie.
Like Michael Bay is the quintessential.
Movie guy.
You go to the movies to. You think?
That's probably too high, but
We'll
Reminder
guess.
about the rule of the scale. If it's on both sides, you have to reshake.
Okay, yeah.
So- There's two.
Yeah.
So it can't be like touching this
Yeah, sure.
level.
Well,
So you think?
But it-
So Glenn thinks that the scale ends right about here, and we
so
want to hit the middle of it.
The middle is
Yeah.
right there.
So
That's what
the
I'm
fair
thinking.
guess.
I think we should still go just a bit more. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, but did you see how wide the spectrum of that
that feels
is?
a little gamey, like a little bit of game in the system. I think it would be. I mean, you can.
I don't
count
think
them in.
anyone
I mean,
agrees
it's the
with
system
you.
we're playing. It's a
Okay.
game.
Okay, all right.
We're not actually trying to read a mind. I'm gonna
it's
readjust
a good
ever
clue.
so slightly
oh,
back
he's going back.
Okay,
to Glenn's.
You can guess.
I went to the halfway.
I'm fine with that.
okay.
Are you
All right,
good?
let's reveal it.
Wait, do we want to do it
You
this
just
way?
leave it there. Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
I'll hold the
Brr,
box.
brr, brr, brr.
I'll hold the box.
On the floor! Michael Bay makes movies.
Thank you for fixing
Not
that.
film.
You got it.
When we get an additional
we get a bonus card.
We get 3
So we
points,
get 3 points.
because we're playing co-op mode
We-
instead of the 4 listed there, but we do get a bonus card for being perfect at our lives.
1, 2, 3.
All right,
Okay.
so in the co-op, it's worth 3 points.
All right, here we go. Top that.
All right.
I mean, we're on a team.
all right. All right. On a scale of 80s to 90s.
Don't
Nice.
Hold it close. Hold it close. 80s to 90s? That's
80s
awesome.
to 90s.
Thank goodness we were all there.
I don't actually.
I
Think
was
this is,
barely there in the 80s.
Yeah, I was barely
2
there.
years, yeah.
I don't actually think this is pretty good. 80s to 90s.
Yeah, but it's Gordon in the 80s today.
I know.
Yeah, right. This is
What was Gordon doing?
Let's just hope it's really far on the 80s.
He's
side.
about to
We're
tell
just
us.
we're gonna really rely on Glenn here.
okay. 80s to 90s.
It's gonna be some obscure
Oh, yeah.
software coding program. they
Oh,
use,
yeah, I can totally do that. Okay.
Oh,
The exact
Yeah, that's
that
good.
is
Okay,
proper cable.
That's terrible.
Perl,
I think music is safe.
Python.
Okay. No, those are good clues, but they would not get us into the right spot.
Versions of D&D. I don't know.
I could definitely say Slackware Linux, but that is a terrible
Okay,
clue.
Come on.
Give
so,
one.
So,
Recalibrate malls, movies. Help us out here. Board
God.
games, even.
you know that.
Music.
I mean, music's the easy one.
Nope.
A lot of coaching happening here.
Yeah, right. A lot of coaching. No, I'm gonna rely on big events, and we are instead going to say, it's the economy, stupid.
Sounds like a quote.
Sure does.
It is.
Glenn? No?
Nobody knows this person.
You're gonna have to cut that one
Oh,
out.
who is it, Glenn? Tell us your thoughts.
I don't remember who said it.
Oh.
But when did this hit?
And this is why we needed the extra cards.
When was the economy a big mess?
It's
2008.
going to land directly in the middle of the
It's
Fresh
not in
Prince
the
of
80s
Bel-Air.
or 90s.
Ah.
This is a pop culture
On a scale
thing,
of
isn't it?
cocaine.
Is it
where
news or is it pop culture?
Nobody knows.
I don't know that quote.
No, never heard it before.
Really?
I'm gonna
Start
guess
rolling
it's
some
80s then.
dice.
It's gotta be 80s then. If none of us know it.
Good
Well,
point.
how old
I don't
were
know.
you in 94?
That sounds like something Ross
I
Perot would
was
say.
6.
Me too.
I mean,
Would we
sure.
have caught that
All right,
quote when we
crap.
were 6?
It might be 1994.
Okay, so is
I
this
was
supposed
watching
to be-
Disney.
But he said it would
It's
sound
good.
more folksy.
If he said it was 1989, right?
Who
Is
did?
that Ross Perot? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's Ross Perot.
Well,
Yeah.
We're going to remove ourselves from this.
I
You guys
don't think
can
he
guess
said
this.
it, but that's I just. I
All
mean,
right, I defer to Glenn.
the thing is, the economy's always an issue, though.
Oh, that's a famous quote.
Yep, I defer to
It
Glenn.
is. I just don't remember who said it.
okay, but if we don't know it, then it was probably in the 80s. So
definitely
I like it being
Go
you know
lower.
a little lower.
Yep, way lower. I'm talking about like
Okay.
early 80s.
But like, that's what I'm saying is, what's the first time any of us would have started picking
Okay.
up quotes about the economy or the news?
2000.
When we were 8 or 9?
I mean, here I'm in kindergarten, so you know.
I think I'm saying it's lower.
Lower.
I'm putting the top marker
He
over.
touched a piece. I don't. We have no reason to trust you.
Yep.
Don't just do it because he's saying.
I have the wavelength.
Alright,
I
so-
do.
This is still before he was born.
Yeah, don't believe me. I'm going
Anything in there is
solely
fine.
on feeling of Gordon's angst right now. It's working really well for me.
Wait a minute. No, if it was.
Oh, I've got a much better clue now.
Well,
Yeah,
Good.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of
There's a lot of really
lots
good
of
clues
them
out
are
there.
way better
Yeah,
than
yeah,
that.
clearly. I mean, I thought this was a good clue, but I've got a much better clue.
I've already come up with 6
I
for
mean-
your
Yeah, I think
answer, and I don't even know what the
Yeah,
spectrum
where
is.
it
Okay,
is.
okay.
Well, no.
But no.
I'm gonna cheat. I'm
No
gonna add this
cheating.
in here. All right,
No,
because
it's
it's gonna make you all feel better.
All right. Well, we're not moving the thing though.
All right. Untap, upkeep, draw.
I was going to move it
Yeah,
up
that's better.
That's
because
90
Still not great
Well-
video, but
the thing is that if this was Perot, who I can't remember if it or during that time, that was the Bush Clinton, which would put it
Yeah.
in the early 90s.
Well, I mean, now that he said the
I
magic
don't think it
reference,
was
the early
Bush
90s.
Clinton, but
It's definitely early 90s.
But
Well, all
that's
right.
where I'm putting it. That's where I think it is.
that
I
looks
think
great to
it's-
me.
Yep.
I think it's the early 90s.
Let's
it's
move
spot
on
on.
from Gordon being the clue giver.
I think it's lower. Okay.
No, totally correct.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it.
Review.
Yeah.
Nice.
Was it Perot? Or Clinton?
That was
I knew it
Clinton.
was.
That
it
was-
okay.
Tim said that?
Yeah, that was his
Okay.
campaign
Boom.
slogan.
Although I don't think we'll take the bonus card because Gordon didn't give the extra clue. Although I was thinking of moving it even before that.
I think you had a perfectly good justification
Yeah.
for it.
All right.
I think we can have the bonus card.
We take
I
it.
think
All right.
Glenn
'Cause, yes.
single-handedly drove us to victory that time through a storm.
Yeah.
It was like
A dang
rough.
blizzard.
it was
All
like
right.
Well, it's because
Fury Road.
I remember I'm like, well, wait a minute, no. Perot's the one that Bush lost because of Perot. So it can't be 88 because he won in 88. So.
Presidents.
All right. Yes. And it would have been that same time when I had a blind date who the person did not know who Ronald Reagan was.
Ouch.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, he was president. She's like, when? I'm like,
Oh my.
So then throw that one in. There's a
3.5 years ago.
Oh man.
What'd you get?
I get between on the scale of not a sandwich to a sandwich.
Oh yeah!
We've had problems.
Yes!
Already an
I'm
issue.
really
That's
happy
a
with
win.
that. Okay.
Easy win.
Why do you guys can just
Easy
outvote
win.
me?
Yep. Hot dog. Just
Jason
say hot
Momoa,
dog.
is he a sandwich or not a sandwich?
I think
I
he
mean,
qualifies as a
Lots of people
sandwich.
want to eat that. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But not everything you want to eat is a sandwich.
Oh wow.
That's true. That's true. Can you put them between two
Are
slices
you
of
calling
bread?
him an entree?
Oh yes.
I mean,
That's not looking
he's a buffet of the senses.
Andy,
Yes.
True.
over to Andy.
True.
What can I do for you guys?
This video is rated NC-17. Children under 17 not admitted.
Not a sandwich. A sandwich.
Which one that left is not a sandwich?
This is not a sandwich.
Okay.
We're gonna go with.
Please say something
That's hugely
Controversial.
controversial. which is almost anything that includes bread.
Yep. Good heavens. This is gonna be
All right, so it's somewhere in the middle.
a
somewhere on this scale of 1 to 100.
black bean burger.
Black bean burger.
All right, so it's mostly sandwich.
Could this go
shaped.
lower than this?
So
It's a burger.
it's
between-
mostly sandwich shaped,
Oh, I think you're wrong. I think he's going for not mostly sandwich.
but it's a burger.
Yeah, but burgers aren't sandwiches.
Oh boy.
And it begins.
Okay,
just gonna sip
but
my
a,
coffee.
but a sandwich
It's
is
Andy. He knows that burgers aren't sandwiches. And why would he say black bean? That's
Because-
even more not sandwich.
so like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so like bun, meat, bun is a sandwich, but this is a black bean burger, so it's bun, not meat bun, so it's even less of a sandwich. I agree
Peanut
with
butter
you.
and jelly
I agree with you.
Right.
is a sandwich.
I agree.
There's no meat.
Oh, he didn't say.
No, I didn't say
I'm
it.
saying-
I'm just
okay.
saying that he's intentionally saying black bean
You wanna
to
go even
cue
lower?
us
No.
to something.
Right where you were.
Because
Alright.
if it was really low, he would have said like fried chicken.
Well,
That's
yeah,
not
I
a
mean, I
sandwich.
think he's acknowledge that it is sandwich-like.
You're right.
But that
I
who in
think
the, but
that
who in the
means
world,
it's a little higher.
but who in the world wants a black bean sandwich, right? Like, I mean, like that's not real food. So,
But he said black bean burger.
black bean burger.
I
right?
mean, some people would want it, which is why you have
Yeah,
it right
I mean,
about there.
some-
Right.
I would say,
yes.
I mean, you could make an argument for it to be a little in the center too. Because like you said, it is sandwich-like. Like, why would he say literally nothing sandwichy?
Right.
Like, because if it's not a sandwich, you would just say rocks.
Right. Oh, so that's why it's not down here. I mean, you're supposed to stay on topic, but
So maybe it's actually on the other end.
like this.
No, like actually,
Like that.
I'm starting to convince myself that it might actually be, because he could literally give a clue that's not a sandwich.
And didn't.
And didn't.
But he did.
I mean, it's still close enough to a sandwich that I think it should be on the sandwich scale.
There?
But I think it's mega low on the sandwich scale. So yes, sandwich, mega low on sandwich scale is where I think.
So you're thinking like,
well, so
There.
the issue is that if you give a clue
like-
that is strictly not a sandwich, how do you get something that's in the middle, right? Right.
Tacos.
True.
Because as
Hot
as soon as you go to rocks, right?
Yeah.
Then you're all the way at the bottom, right?
Well,
So
damn it.
so
I
now
think-
you've got to get somewhere in the middle.
I think this is like taco and hot dog area right up here.
Sure.
You think it's less sandwichy than
I think it's the black bean element, the black
Yeah,
bean
it's
burger.
weird.
I think it's
Yeah,
so
weird thing.
specific that he's trying to get at the fact that someone, probably you,
Yeah.
is going to think that's not,
Right,
like
not
that
a
doesn't
sandwich.
count.
And someone like me would be like, sure, that's
be more readable.
So you think it should be
Just
lower
sitting there
then?
all calm.
I think it should be a little lower. But otherwise, I'm fine with it where it's at. We can
I
go
mean,
there.
you guys have all decided that these things are not sandwiches, so I'm happy with that. Even
Okay.
though I would put it over here.
So are you dissenting?
Originally I was, but Ian keeps flip flopping.
I can't.
Okay.
I mean, I
Alright.
feel the same way. I'm
Oh.
not confident in either one.
Okay.
And remember, our original instincts were that it's totally not a sandwich, even though I said it totally is. And
I think
now,
it's not, dude. I
don't
think
second guess your.
I mean, darn.
Oh my goodness. It's gonna be so many.
Sorry
You're
about
making
that.
Andy's life harder.
Just leave it. It's good.
Yeah?
All
We're
right.
done?
Get a reveal.
Yep.
Yeah,
Ba, 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 ba. Oh.
Oh.
Doggone.
Because I could have said sandwiches,
Yeah.
and that's a sandwich.
I know.
But this is two pieces of something around something else,
right.
which I think at least gets us to here, right?
Yep. See, and that's where I started
Ian
to
was
think
dead
that. I
on.
was
And
thinking
Elizabeth
that
moved
last
it to
time.
here, and I was like, here? And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah. And then moved it right back, and I was like, yes, rocks!
I know,
Rocks,
rocks.
Dana.
Dang
And
it.
you were like, tacos? And I was like, yes, flatbreads and tacos, right in the
Yeah.
middle.
Yeah.
Well, 0 points.
All right.
That's
Well, good
fine.
thing we got those extra cards.
Yep. Good
Okay.
Thing, good thing.
It's a controversial topic, sandwiches.
I know.
Alright, so I put this
I didn't
card-
say a burger is a sandwich. I
Thank
said
you.
it's more a sandwich
Yeah.
than
Yeah, not a sandwich. Yep. See, and that's where I started to think that afterwards. I was like, oh yeah.
I got too fixated on black beans.
Okay. Oh, I actually have to get a new category. Okay! This is gonna be fun. The category is from the scale of basic to hipster.
Nice.
All right.
Let's go, Andy.
Not Andy.
Oh man. So good.
I have to actually come up with something that goes
In that
in
scale.
that scale.
Game's all fun and games
Until you
you're
have
the
to
clue
give
giver.
Basic to hipster. Couldn't have put it better.
Good stuff. Pro tip: use famous people.
That's
So that
not
everybody
good
knows
for
who
me.
they are.
That's not gonna work
Oh,
for
God.
me.
These people we all know.
Use obscure
Not
quotes from the
random
same
obscure
if
vocal
you
quotes.
could help it.
This is gonna take a
A
minute.
well-known Akron, Ohio beat poet.
I can only think of things that are more hipster and not basic, and this is a problem. I have to like think about both of them in order to give a clue.
Pumpkin lattes. Those are basic.
What?
Everybody wave to the fast forwarding video.
I know, I literally cannot think of anything.
So black bean burger. There we go.
I would love to reuse the black bean burger, except for that there is differing views on the black bean burger, so I
That's a
can't
hipster
use the
sell.
black bean burger.
Black bean burger is hipster. Like, who eats that? Hipsters. They can't eat meat because they're vegans.
But
Not
so
all,
are the
not all.
basic.
Oh crap! That's basic now, isn't it? It's scaled into. Oh no!
All right.
what reason
For
are
better or
you-
They
for
can't eat bread,
worse,
though.
your clue is mango salsa.
Mango salsa. Interesting.
That's an immediate gut reaction.
More basic than
It is.
hipster.
I feel that I have no insight into. I feel like you must have felt.
Although
Is
I don't
Trader
know.
Joe's basic or hipster?
That's hipster as hell.
So that's more
That's like their jam mango.
more there.
Yeah, because
So,
she could have
but,
gone
like-
really hard on hipster.
but-
Yeah, because I don't think it's super hipster. Because if it
I
is,
agree.
then my God, am I a hipster?
I don't think that's
Because I eat
super
that stuff
hipster.
by the gallon.
But I think, I
You're
mean, I
certainly
don't
more
think,
hipster than you are basic.
I don't think anybody who's basic
Could be,
eats
I don't
salsa.
know.
Like they just eat plain tortilla chips. Right.
They
No,
might.
I mean, they get the
They get the-
Tostitos
Right,
salsa. That's
right.
what that's
Trying
a
to
basic.
not have
you're
any
right.
So the very
facial
basic person would
expressions
do.
here.
Or the, yeah, you're right. You're right. I like that spot. I do.
Heat up your
Although
cheese
this is also
dip.
hard because then it's the. I mean, mango is.
Because she should have just said salsa.
Yeah,
But using the mango makes it more hipster, I think.
it feels more hipster.
So
'cause
we
it's-
could even go deeper. You wanna
And
go
because
deeper?
it's mango habanero.
Yeah.
And if you
Yeah.
say mango habanero salsa,
You
know
can't
you're
have
talking
two
about it.
references though. You can't have mango. and
That's all modifying
That's one.
salsa.
That's one
Modified
food.
salsa.
Yeah.
But she didn't
If
say
it was-
habanero.
if it
But
was-
it's implied
if
in
she
the
had said,
salsa.
you know,
Every
mango
mango
salsa
salsa.
on lime tortilla
true.
chips.
Sure.
Okay, so I think we go deeper hipster.
But not
I-
too, because there's
I
a
do
lot
deep.
of super, there's a lot
Right
of
there.
super
Oh, too
hipster
far.
concepts.
Okay, there you go. One
Alright.
tick back.
All right.
I'm happy with
All
that.
right. All right.
Reveal.
Reveal it.
Glenn,
No!
you guys second guessing yourself way too
No.
much.
Well, we second guessed Glenn because we all thought he was wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because manga salsa feels hipster.
It does.
But not anymore. It's super mainstream now.
That's very true.
And I could have said pineapple, habanero.
I mean, to be fair,
That's true.
so is hipsterism.
That's what I said. She didn't
That's the
say, oh,
point.
yeah.
That's the point.
Overlap. Oops.
So what is hipster anymore?
We don't know because we're not underground enough to know.
All right. So that was the old category. Straight to curvy.
Alright.
Oops.
Spicy.
I just
Very
moved
just
it.
literal
Stringamajig.
with this
Well,
one.
just
I
check
like
it. Just
Yeah,
take
I love
another
it because
look.
I just moved it a little bit. So, all right.
He didn't open it all the way, so we know it's not.
Well, it's not okay. So it's not right. You're not going to put it there, which would have been
All right.
off the scale anyways. So straight to curvy. Blah, 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 blah. That would be too straight. That would be too curvy.
It's a tricky game, this game.
Yeah. Well, I also have to think of things people at this table will know. The first thing that came to my head, I'm like, Gordon might know that. That's it.
So we're implicitly just playing by.
By teams, yeah. True.
No, not an arrow. It's not a circle and a square combined into a squircle.
That's the roll for initiative. Dice box is a squircle.
Squirtle.
That's where your clue should have been. Squircle. With no reference point whatsoever.
I think you have to use the code names rule of not using either of those words in your clue.
Well, it's also, so let's see here.
I think you can't make up words.
Oh,
either.
rats.
Yeah, you specifically can't invent things that don't exist.
Curvy line.
No, absolutely not.
A pencil drawing.
And you can't say like. the
I'm going to
number
say
eight.
Oh, here it is.
triangle. A triangle.
That's weird.
Everybody, recalibrate your brains.
Yep.
All right, so it's not like, well,
3 straight sides that go around into a closed shape. So,
Pretty straight.
I think it's
Pretty
straight up the
pretty
middle.
straight.
except not all the way.
I
But
think
it's
it's
not
straight
just
up
a
the
line. So I think we
So-
lean pretty heavy straight.
Like that,
That puts him like right at the edge.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
No, Ian?
it's such a weird thing to say.
Well, so
Yes, to go-
it could have been a
yeah.
collection of more straight lines. I mean, it could have been a square, which you can't say, but he could have said a D6 or something to that to accomplish that. Could be, an octagon. If we were getting more straight lines into there. So
An octagon is almost round.
But it's a
Right.
collection of straight lines.
So you say more
that's
straight?
So that's why
No,
I
I was
like the
thinking-
idea of recognizing that this is the way to get something that is round with the fewest number of straight lines.
So,
Right. It's as straight as it can be.
pretty dang straight.
Pretty dang straight.
Without being.
But it closes, right? So the issue is that he could also have been, just a V, right?
Yeah, I mean, it could be baseball bat, spaghetti. I mean, anything over here is like really straight.
Baseball bats, pretty curvy.
Spaghetti is curved when you cook them.
Okay.
Uncooked spaghetti.
Pencils.
Pencils and arrows.
Pencil.
Those
Yeah,
are-
that's the thing. Is like, why?
So
I
think,
feel you're way too deep.
But I think it's tricky. Like, this is a tricky spot for him to be, because what do you go with right here? There's nothing that's like just a little bit curvy that's
Hockey
easy
stick.
to describe. So you might end up with hockey sticks again. But it has one big old curve. I don't know.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
I think you had it here. I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's
Okay.
higher, but here we
You
go.
think
Let's
it's
reveal.
higher? Alright.
Glenn? Oh, you guys were right.
Oh, 3
No extra
points.
card though, but still.
So
pretty
close, so
Fine.
close.
I did say it was a little over that,
All right.
but I expected it to be a little more. Up to
2, 3. We haven't moved that guy in a while.
All right. Here we go.
Nice.
Straight to curvy is gone. Close her up.
Exactly, and it went exactly where I was thinking when I said triangle.
Oh,
Straight
God.
line, but it's
It's a language one, guys.
Yay!
Hard to pronounce,
Love words.
to easy to pronounce.
Great. Except Ian has to give us the clue.
That's so hilarious because you have to say the thing.
Yeah, it's really not okay. All right.
Michigan.
All right, I got it.
Okay.
Which it only belongs to Michigan because they couldn't have two states that look like Minnesota.
Back to Ian.
The letter D.
I mean,
What?
Okay.
that seems pretty easy.
We're on hard to
pronounce.
pronounce to easy to pronounce.
I find it pretty easy to pronounce, but
But when it's in a
Yeah.
word, are there like silent D's ever? No.
so
So, people
this
who are-
is Ian has kids, and he knows the rate at which kids learn different consonants, and there's hard ones. D's D's not the first one you learn. You start with B's. D is pretty straightforward, more so than like F and T. I feel like T is that like t sound. But I don't know if he's going with the entire spectrum of when kids learn these things or what. Like wah wah ba ba is your first couple of things. It is. Like that's the ones they get first. So we can't go all the way. But D, you got Dada is like next. So I think we're pretty safe in like this realm. I'm gonna take his excited pointing at me to mean that this is some amount of.
I mean, that's about where I mean, D is.
I mean, D
Most
might be.
people don't have trouble with
D.
it.
I mean, Dada is pretty quick in a pronunciation.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the first one. Maybe that is true.
But it's definitely on the.
I mean,
easy
we're not gonna
half.
be sad if we park it in here somewhere, but
Yeah.
um,
That's as good
All right,
as.
reveal.
Reveal.
Oh, so
close.
close.
Dada is the
Where
first
is
word
it?
that kids say
Dang.
always. You were totally on the right
On the
thought track.
line.
Yeah, totally on the right thought track.
I just don't know the actual answers.
It
I
says
know the
if,
concept.
if we were on the line, we get the higher one, but we are not
We're
on the
not,
line. We're
but-
just so close.
Yeah,
All right.
Somebody adjusted it back.
1,
Skip the.
2, 3. All right. Okay. So this is going to be on a scale from action movie to adventure movie.
Action to adventure.
That's interesting.
What's action to adventure?
I love that Andy got the wavelength though.
Yes.
Where I was like, it's my kids. What did they learn first? What letters can't they say?
What's the difference between action and adventure?
Michael Bay is action. Gallivant is adventure.
I don't know what Gallivant is.
Lord of the Rings is
Oh.
adventure.
But Michael Bay did Avatar.
But there's
Right.
so much action.
No, that's James Cameron.
Oh yeah. Okay. My bad.
I mean, they're both
They're the same
they're both
person.
terrible humans.
But that's an adventure movie.
Who ruin things.
Avatar is an adventure movie.
Avatar is just a crime.
I like that.
So are crime movies just action movies only?
No, crime movies are crime movies.
But they're not adventure movies.
No.
Okay.
Action
Which
movie.
Avatar are you
Unless
talking
unless
about?
they're an action adventure
The
movie.
blue one.
Yeah.
That's an adventure.
Well,
movie.
if
I wouldn't
he
call that
names
crime.
an action adventure, then it has to go in the middle.
Action to adventure.
What
I
an
would-
exact.
See,
Here
the
we go.
thing is that I knew-
1980s obscure reference movie.
I knew the clue that I wanted to give at the time I saw the category, and now I'm trying to fit that clue into where the
No.
dial
No.
landed.
That's
Don't
not how
do
this
that.
works. No.
Please stop.
Let me play a whole different game with these guys using the.
All right, never give up, never surrender.
That's clearly an
Please.
Is that a quote from
adventure.
something?
It's
It's
from
from
Galaxy
Galaxy
Quest.
Quest. Which
Okay.
is
I mean,
more adventure.
That's
That
definitely
is much more adventure.
Very adventure.
Never seen it, but I agree.
Some
with you.
action,
There is some action, but I mean,
not.
So then go ahead.
my gut would be about like there.
Wait, adventure is your side.
Oh wait, adventure's my side. Sorry, about there.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Couldn't I just said Galaxy Quest?
So
I
it's
could
like
have.
Okay.
all right. So
I mean,
There's not a ton of action in that movie.
I'd say there's like one more fight scene.
There's that, and then there's the very much from a video game scene where it's just the
Yeah.
they're trying to go through the.
Oh yeah.
The
The
chompers.
chompers and the.
But it's very much adventure.
Yeah. Fine with that. I don't have any
I,
reasonable
yeah,
arguments.
Ian
otherwise.
can contribute nothing.
it's as good as this is gonna get.
Your reading of the first dial was totally correct. You would have been spot on. But I said that with the action phrase to try and get us into that spot. But
So you still tried to fit it in.
You did.
Fit it in.
oh no, I was going to give Raiders of the Lost Ark is what I was
Oh,
going to
yeah,
give.
if it's an adventure.
Then I had
So
to
what
think
is
of-
I
it?
guess it's an action.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, boo!
Yeah.
We are not on the same
Yeah.
wavelength.
No points.
Yep. Not
All right,
close.
what's up? We still got cards handy.
But it was the right idea of trying to get to that middle part of the dial, but but on which side, right? That was the trick, right?
Yeah, that's an action movie though.
I
Galaxy
mean,
Quest
like
sounds
Die Hard would have been a little.
Well, Die Hard's
more to
mega
the
action.
Action.
Right, so it was
okay.
easy to get to one
Yeah.
extreme. I
Right.
was trying to figure out something in the middle, and I
28
got you
days
correctly
later.
to the right side, to the right magnitude, just on the wrong
Right, you
side.
need a
right.
different action. More action heavy than adventure heavy.
Right. If you had made the determination that that feels kind of actiony, which is the mindset I was trying to get you in, then you would have been in the right spot. But it's just determining, flipping
Like
the sign.
RoboCop, the new one. Judge Dredd. Would have fit that perfectly. The new one. Not the Stallone one. Carl Urban. My dog.
I will be giving a clue
doesn't watch
on the scale of hard to do to easy to do.
Great.
Play clue games with
I
Gordon.
am the law. I am the law.
I have not looked at it yet.
Okay, please just say I
There
am
we
the
go.
law in Sylvester Stallone's voice. Wait, what were the what was the
Hard to
The
do,
scale
easy to
is
do.
hard
Oh,
to
okay.
do to easy to do. Interesting. Count to 1.
Oh,
That's me.
easy to do.
Yeah.
Count to 1.
Way
That's
easy.
way easy.
Yeah, it goes. That's probably as deep as the fork could be without bleeding to the other side.
I think that's where
Yeah, I agree.
that is.
Okay.
Easy.
We're good?
Yeah.
You guys can count to 1.
Nice.
Yeah!
New card. Pwah!
Gain the card, gain 3 points.
Count to 1. Negative. Wesley can count to 1. He's 2.5. Oh, he's gonna be 3 actually in November.
Awesome.
Hopefully it's not bad.
That's soon. This weekend. No, when's the 7th?
Alright, it's me.
What is this card? Yeah, it's you. You're gonna enjoy it.
We should add 1 advance card to the end.
He's got a
We
gem of
should
a
have
category.
all of the fresh cards. All of the
Yeah, the extras.
yeah.
Dang it!
Next
Why do we think of good things after we play? It's almost like you need to feel what it's like before you make any decisions.
Yeah.
So, this is going to be a difficult but very interesting category.
So
On the scale of underrated weapon to overrated weapon.
Oh.
Yes!
That's
and it's
such a
Elizabeth.
weird
It's such a
concept.
good
It would be
person to
better
card.
if this was Glenn's
Please
card.
use only historically accurate weapons.
Yeah. And whether they were actually effective on the battlefield. The Needler. What does that affect you?
Alright, so if the colors are touching, I have to redo it.
If you see both sides. Yeah.
Oh, God. 13th century pike.
Under or overrated to whom?
Depends on who's on the pointy end.
13th century pike in the hands of the infantry.
Alright, Trebuchet.
Hey.
That's an argument.
Alright, let's go.
I mean, the trebuchet is the superior catapulting weapon.
It is, but I'm going to say it's just slightly overrated because it's a tremendous amount to move and set up.
Sure. But you often have trebuchets in like battlements as well, right? Or is
Yeah.
that just a thing I learned in Lord of the Rings?
They're definitely in battlements.
Alright.
And they're on wheels, so you
But-
can wheel
but-
them up to the battlements.
but
and then
it-
you trebuchet
Most
at each
trebuchets
other.
are not on wheels. You're thinking more of a catapult.
No, it's
than
not
one on
true.
wheels.
I know what the difference is.
I mean, some trebuchets are on wheels.
Trebuchet's got a weight that is a
Yeah.
I think they are underrated.
Compared to what? I mean, underrated, overrated, compared to what?
Oh, they're.
Well, I mean, she might be just going for the pop culture reference of trebuchets are mega overrated because of the argument between trebuchets being the best.
But
superior
like catapults are
weapon.
better known, so like maybe that would be the slightly overrated one, whereas trebuchets don't get as much love, and
But you could be talking about the mech. I mean, that is fantastic, right? You know,
There's
It's
a
got-
lot of
Wait for the sentence to end.
There's no way she's talking about that. I think it's how far they're overrated.
you
I
know,
think
I
it's
mean, it's
here.
5'8". It's got
I think
good
it's
armor.
there.
It's got
That's what I think.
LRM 15.
Think of all the weapons I could have said and didn't.
I mean, it's a powerful weapon, and I think it's overrated because of the pop culture references. That's what I think.
I would always play a trebuchet on my team.
Well, I mean,
Okay, but we're
trebuchets are great, but I think they're overrated.
They're overrated. So are they? is
Isn't that the
counterweight-
meme? Like the meme is that the trebuchet is like the superior siege weapon. Am I lost on this? Am I not on the right wavelength?
I mean, where are you hanging out with these?
I mean,
Yeah,
they're-
just on
where
like the
are you
on
Total
Reddit. It's on Reddit.
Total
There's
War
trebuchet
Warhammer
memes
Reddit.
on Reddit?
Yeah.
Okay, I did not realize this.
It's like a huge argument between Catapult
Now-
Andes and, no offense, Andy, Catapult Andes and Trebuchet Andes, and they
Consider-
battle all the time, and people are like,
Consider-
trebuchets are the superior siege weapon, blah, blah, blah. Just saying. All right, I mean, we can go with that, but I think it's
all
over.
the time I think Elizabeth hangs out on Reddit aside. Because I'm sure it's a ton.
I mean, yeah, it's hard because I mean,
How great are trebuchets?
one thing I'm not
Elizabeth
gonna
knows
quite-
how great a trebuchet actually
well,
is.
this is the thing.
So-
I'm not gonna call into questions Elizabeth's knowledge of medieval weaponry.
What does a trebuchet get you? It's probably more powerful because of the counterweight. It's not just relying on like spring loaded.
Yeah, it's extremely better.
Is it more accurate than a catapult?
You don't need accuracy with siege weapons.
You
It's
do,
a giant
you do.
castle that you're launching rocks at.
You still gotta hit the walls.
I know, but it's like not in a sense of like arrow, I gotta shoot that guy.
Okay.
It's like yeet a rock and hope that it hits the wall. Like that's what they're designed for. So are you saying that it's underrated? Because she thinks that the
Maybe.
catapult is
Maybe the
superior?
trebuchet-
She's the opposite
No,
end of the
no,
meme.
I'm saying-
Put it down. Put it into the
Maybe if
graveyard.
there's historical evidence, trebuchet is a strictly superior catapult.
It's completely accurately rated. It's not neither under nor overrated. They are appropriately rated.
That's an argument that is.
I mean, if you're rated trebuchet, you're pretty happy, right? Like you've arrived.
You've got a trebuchet.
right, right. How do we lose this siege?
I mean, there was one where they just had to
I'm
simply,
completely lost.
They just had to bring it out to the
It
battlefield
could
and
be
castles
anything.
would surrender. 'cause
It
they were
could
superior.
literally be anywhere.
But I think
It's underrated. I'm changing my whole.
I think it's right there.
All right.
We gotta go dead center.
Lock it in. Where's my guest to tell them
That's
they're
where I was
on?
trying to go with dead center, but
It's way under. She's the opposite part of the meme, dude. She's the ones that argue for
You
the
wanna
meme.
go way under as
Way
meme
there.
as well?
Way under. Flip it.
all right, show it.
Alright, wait.
Okay, go ahead.
The narwhal
make it
bacon's
easy.
at midnight, you guys.
No! I knew it!
I am
You
on
knew
Reddit.
it. You wanted to go all the way over here.
Well, I knew it originally.
You're on Reddit, you know the trebuchet Andes?
Oh, she knows.
So I was more accurate to begin with.
Why is it overrated?
Because of the Reddit memes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I can't believe that was why.
course that's why.
I rescind everything I said.
Andy
it was always
convinced me
about the
otherwise.
Reddit. I'm so sorry, everyone.
I know
It was
Ian
because
was
of
on
the-
edit. I know Ian knows this.
It was so close.
Oh boy.
So close to being smart.
That's That's
Okay.
my bad for sure.
It was. We were on the wavelength.
I misread
and
the
you
situation.
convinced me otherwise. I was like,
You guys are right. We should never question Ian. He's always right about the weird references.
yeah. I mean,
It's
I'm
always
pretty
the
good at
rocks
reading
aren't
people.
sandwiches and the trebuchets are overrated.
Yeah.
Take it all back.
I'm easily convinced to be not at that stance.
You take us to the right places and we question you.
That's true.
I'm done
All right.
questioning.
This is on a scale of 4 kids to 4 adults.
Okay.
Great.
PG-13, please.
Tricks.
Wow.
I like tricks.
That's a good. You know,
You know, it's right up the middle.
yeah.
Code names.
Oh,
That's
on the
not
adult side.
really,
That's not for
not
kids.
really.
Yeah.
There is a Disney version, so like,
Yeah, but it's
Maybe-
still not for kids.
But you could go way harder into not for kids.
wait, like
That's
that
true.
But
far?
I'm saying he could have
Right.
found things that would have been way harder into not for kids.
Right.
So
Yes.
Like
Oh.
guns.
I
Yeah,
think
sure,
there's a
sure.
whole range here of like you could find a bunch of inappropriate stuff to say, and then maybe there is where Codenames lands. Be there.
I think, yeah. I think
That's good. That's good.
maybe
Okay,
a little,
all right.
even a little closer, but I'm fine with that.
Closer
Yeah.
to the middle, you
Yeah,
think?
All right.
closer to the middle. But I'm fine with this.
Well, there seems to be a little debate.
Nice.
How about a 4?
Oh!
All right, so move us 3.
Call that a perfect clue.
We're almost there. 1, 2, 3, which is good because that was our last card, so we need to get this.
This is
we
our
need
last
2
one?
points to win.
Okay,
Here.
but take a hard card.
Oh yeah, take a hard card.
We've
Oh,
already
really?
won.
You're
Yeah.
gonna be- yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the if we can win better.
How
All
much
right.
better are we?
Win more.
So
We're actually
I have
on the right wavelength.
for my card, it is expected versus unexpected.
This is an advanced card?
Advanced card.
Awesome.
Advanced card 1 of 1.
Well, we have one area of the wavelength that is just a known answer.
Spanish
Expected versus
Inquisition.
Unexpected.
Very unexpected.
Oh, I don't understand that.
That's meme.
It's not dank enough.
I'm sorry, you guys. Ian is the cool kid at this table.
How can he
not.
be the cool kid at the table if he maybe expects the Spanish Inquisition? I don't know.
That's hard to say. Not anymore. Okay, we're going with that. Me being on time.
Okay.
That's a terrible clue.
So,
That's a horrible clue to give.
Ian being on time.
Yeah.
And being on time, expected to unexpected.
I mean, yeah.
Setting yourself up here to just.
I mean,
No, I work on Saturdays.
It's a horrible clue, but yeah. I mean, you could just guess that because it's wrong, but yeah. Yeah, it's a bad clue. Just flip it. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Hit it?
But you're right. I gave the wrong clue. I should have
Oh,
said I should have been expected to be late.
It's
Ah.
backwards.
So
Ian gave the
I could
clue
I
wrong.
tripped myself up like 4 times on what is expected versus
Yeah.
unexpected,
But
and the way to phrase the clue in a way that's makes sense.
But so here, so you were successful again. Look at
Right.
the order of magnitude, right? You got the order
I
of
know.
magnitude correct.
You-
You just
you
flipped
meant
the
to
sign.
I should have said the other.
Yeah.
Me being 5 minutes late.
Because that's what you meant.
All right, thank you so very much for joining us on this Tuesday playing some Wavelength. If you liked what you saw here, please go ahead, hit that like button. It helps the AI overlords introduce us to other people. If you want to see more of these, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. If you are in Milwaukee, please come on by, visit us. Or if you are not in Milwaukee and you want to visit us, use our virtual Barrister video conference service. If we don't see you at the game table, we'll see you next Tuesday. Thanks, everybody.